President Trump says he will surrender on Thursday in the case alleging election interference in Georgia back in 2020. His bond set at $200,000. The terms of the former president's bond prohibit him from, quote, intimidating co-defendants, witnesses, or victims in the case. NewsNation legal contributor and Law and Crime Network reporter Jesse Weber is here. Hi, Jesse. You know, this is the fourth indictment for the former president in 5 months, but it seems like, you know, this is a first, this special bond condition where he has to be quiet about the case. Is this indeed something never done before as a condition of that bond?
Well, it feels different compared to his other cases. There were conditions put on in other cases, but this is the first time you see it, a cash bond and these kinds of, I would say, very broad restrictions in terms of what he can and cannot do on social media, in terms of contacting any of the unindicted co-conspirators or witnesses or defendants. And if I'm looking at this as a lawyer for President Trump, I would say this is one of the most legally perilous situations for him because he has to be very, very careful with what he says in public and what he ultimately posts on social media, maybe now more than before. And I think that this is a very, I would say it's very typical. We actually see these kinds of conditions put in bond arrangements. But for the former president who's running as the front runner in the Republican ticket in 2024, this is going to tie his hands. Now, I want to be clear. It doesn't automatically mean if he posts something problematic, he's going to be thrown in jail. But I imagine prosecutors are going to have a very keen eye on what he says, and he's got to be very careful. Otherwise, potentially, his bond could be revoked.
I want to zero in on a word that we've heard time and time again regarding the former president. The intimidation word. You know, prosecutors have said he cannot intimidate witnesses or members of the community, yada, yada. Has there been, and I'm asking you for your legal know-how here, has there been a reinterpretation of the term intimidation? What does it mean? Does it constitute smack talk?
That's a great question. I would say there hasn't been a reinterpretation. But when we talk about the former president who has a microphone unlike anybody else, what intimidation might mean for him might be very different than somebody in the classic sense. The classic sense would be a defendant who intimidates a witness from coming forward or a co-defendant from speaking out or testifying. We saw that, you know, I'll give you a good example. Let's say a mafia case, right, where you want to make sure that the underlings don't actually testify against you. For the president, I think it's going to be, or the former president, it's going to be very curious to see what intimidation means, because he's going to say, I'm just defending myself. I'm allowed to defend myself about this case. I wasn't threatening anybody. I wasn't intimidating anybody. But as we've already seen, unfortunately, in the other cases, people, supporters of him, have taken some of his words or just what's happening in this case, and they're starting to threaten people involved in the legal case, and that becomes problematic. So I think when we talk about intimidation, it's going to be very specific with what he says and does.
Okay, I need short answers on these next two questions because I want to get as much out of you as I can. What happens if he breaks the rules?
Potentially his bond could be revoked. It will be up to the judge. And if that becomes the case, he could face pretrial detainment, meaning he would be thrown in jail before the trial. Will that happen? Will it reach that level? You are dealing with the former president.
Right.
I'm not sure, but hopefully we don't get to that point.
And then we just saw the results of a poll from CBS and YouGov saying over 90% of likely Republican voters believe this indictment is politically motivated. I spoke with Alan Dershowitz. He's been in law for longer than you and I have been alive. He says the Fulton County DA is a liar. Don't believe a word she says. Can and will Trump's team counterclaim that this is a miscarriage of justice, and how?
Okay, the professor, all due respect, I will just say I won't call Fani Willis a liar. I will say this is an aggressive indictment, and it may be very tough for her to prove things like racketeering. But having said this, these are serious charges with serious allegations, and they're complicated. No wonder a lot of people think that this is a political witch hunt, because it's hard to understand exactly what the illegality is here. But I'm a person of the law. I want to see how this case progresses and see if the prosecution can meet their burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.